government of Galactic Alliance. Happy New Year! I have notes. This video about conversations about reality creation get mixed together. Who like the theme about dimensions, understand what it is. As we in simulation here, in hologram. Everyone has their own reality, for sure. And we have one reality where we can see each other. I'm sovereign consciousness, have free will, and you have free will too, in my space, for sure. Sometimes this video mixed together, like magic, manifestation, spirituality, awakening, quantum fields, rituals, teachers, systems, savers, everything together. And people talk about power, but not about responsibility of mechanics of the matrix. In the matrix, I see everything and explain that by language from how we create here from love, and how to see all mechanics here, algorithms, codes, which is we create from our focus. I saw the dream yesterday. I mean, that was between the dream and I almost slept, but I wasn't. And I saw some dream. I was like counselor of the counselors on a whole system of Orion system in the space. I was a counselor on all counselors from Pleiadians, Arcturian, Lyra, Sirius, Orion, Andromeda, Pegasus. I like Polaris Reticula, Mintakan, everyone from there, the planets. I saw myself in a beautiful water field in the dream. I was like someone government of Galactic Alliance. I talk with everyone who in that space, fractals of consciousness. I say them like, okay guys, ladies and guys, let's go to the earth to get experience. But earth has one interesting joke we not remember the past our past experience, and we should remind ourselves there has believe in that everything and remind ourselves here, let's go and let's play. Yeah, what was really nice dream. So first distinction, magic vs magical thinking vs architectural thinking, language by mechanic of the game. So magic is the classical sense, is action through a ritual, usually a system of symbols, tools, rules and agreements, candles, words, initiations, hierarchy. It works in past games because we had experience before. In our hologram here, we have experience before, and we rewriting ourselves every day, writing our day every day when we wake up from state inside our day. Our consciousness, our fractals playing here. I don't like to name that players because they're not playing. They believe they live their life here. That's okay, because we're here for experience. Everyone here for experience, and we choose. We always choose. In duality, they more thinking from separate from someone. This body and every world is separate. That's much more 3D reality with starting experience. I named it like that. Atlantis, yeah. They had that not really great, not great story in their civilizations, and we know how that everything is ended. Every system has a price, a feedback loop, a compensation mechanism. Every system. You have your system, I have my system, my friend has his system. Everyone here who alive, who feel that life, who understand how to create the day, every day in hologram, really honestly, to the world and to yourself, because we play here alone. With our, everything is you and me. Big loop, a compensation mechanism. It's not a good or bad, because the duality, good or bad, that duality, they think they separate from everything. When you understand you here playing, you here in reality by yourself, and everyone, that's you too. You like, for example, you giving the tips in restaurant, you always paying yourself, because that's you. He or she, that lady or the gentleman who bring you some nice food, they playing for you and you playing for them too. That's a game we're playing here. So, and magical thinking is different. It's not a ritual, it's not a magic. Magical thinking, it's inner causality. It's when your state, not your actions, your state inside, how you feel from the heart, and how you create that feeling for yourself every day. You can choose. Your state, not actions, starts shaping outcomes. Your perception, nervous system, attention, and coherence. That's I named magical thinking. No candles, no spells, no intermediaries. Just what state I am in while I am here. And this already changed a lot. Architectural thinking, this is not about controlling reality, no. And not about escaping it. Because you open, you really softly integrate after the silence your consciousness we create the new layer of the world for yourself first, because you playing here alone. I'm here alone. We resonate by vibrations. So architectural thinking, it's about understanding how the game is structured. Rules, density, branches, feedback loops, choice of points, contains. Architectural thinking doesn't say I command reality. Architectural consciousness asks what kind of world emerges if the state is sustained. Reality is not created by belief. Reality created by the state, your own state. How you feel yourself, how you tune yourself, and you choose by your state, your day, and your reality. Not what that not believing system. And this is important to know, to understand. Belief is loud, state is quiet. You can believe in very beautiful things and still create chaos, because your internal state is fragmentation, exhausted, exhausted, fearful, because your state is embodied, grounded, and present. This is why rituals always fail, not because they're wrong. We got that before, and right now we have a choice and we have a chance to play differently, to choose differently. The state underneath, incoherent, you alive, and that's not a toy. Density and dimensions, sometimes different worlds, about different realities and branches. I don't see the world as one single storyline where everyone must end up in the same place. Reality works more like parallel branches, overlapping, interacting, sometimes touching, but not forcing convergence. Some branches prioritize control or optimization, technological dominance, generative intervention, external solutions. And other branches prioritize coherence, awareness, embodiment, meaningful, and internal regulations. These branches don't fight, they simply diverge by state. That's meaning not destroy something. That's then you just continue walking the branch that resonates with your state. When we tune within each other, when we feel each other, empathy. Empathy is to turn on and your memory turn on too. Why fear-based awakening doesn't work? Spiritual narrative rely on fear, collapse, separation, punishment, and urgency. But fear creates movement. It doesn't create sustainable worth. It burns energy. Narrow perception creates dependency on leaders and systems. Architecture doesn't use fear. Architectural consciousness doesn't create fear because they use clarity. Technology, healing, and missing layer. Healing the body through technology, it's not wrong, no. But they need someone alive in that idea. AI, genetic medicine, these are tools. But when tools replace meaning, sometimes that breaks. Illness and dance realities wasn't just a malfunction. It was often a pause, a feedback signal, and the chance for reorientation. Reorient. That's a chance. If they remove the signal, they need another mechanism for awareness, for to be here, to play here, to live here, to create here. They need something for to be here. Otherwise, we don't have evolution and get stagnation with better graphic. And I here to create clarity. I speaking from coherent state, really coherent state. I was 3 last years in the silence, create new myself here, writing the books. And if you feel what I'm saying, you already understand. I'm talk about not being special. Yes, we all love to be special. But remember, we here play alone and everyone around, it's you, me. That's me. I create that, and you create me in my video for yourself too. But this state, it's not about being special, or advanced or chosen ones, because everyone who is here, present here, they already chosen. They are everyone is special. Everyone who is here, who playing here, who live in here, who understand what I'm talking about, they already special. Everyone is needed. Light, dark, between, in a balance, in harmony, everyone. Civilization and game not will be exist without everyone. I am in a balance. When your inner state stops collapsing into urgency, when you stop needing to convince, when presence becomes enough, architecture appears naturally, with no drama. Every consciousness creates their own reality. Someone who wants to see much more happy people around themselves in the world, that's me. I send you love. I send you love. Happy New Year. Yep. And really lucky New Year. It's often believed that only those who are awakened create. That's not a truth. Not only awakening consciousness create. Everyone is created. While everyone else merely lives inside someone else's reality, but that is not really true. Everyone creates. Awakening consciousness creates in the same way as an awakened one. It creates scenes, events, characters, a whole living hologram around itself. The difference is only that is perceive this reality as the only possible one and does not question how it is being created. I would not call such a consciousness asleep. I'm not choose that word. Rather, it is an unaware character. Just unaware character. That's okay. That's just a top. That's just a period. Just a step. Because everyone here to play, to get that experience, to understand. When awareness grows, the desire to control often appears, and then control turns into a struggle, someone being to manage others, impose their way of creation, and divide worlds and roles. But creation has no final point. Creation has no final point. Alpha and Omega. You are infinity. Source is infinity. Everything is infinity. And nothing closes forever. Not portals, not possibilities, not path back to oneself. You always has chances. Everything here is infinite. World with opportunities. To remember oneself. To begin creating consciously. What is this scene across YouTube today is not goddesshood. It is compensation, but that's okay. Each lady is a queen and princess and everything. It's man, it's a king and god and goddesses, but I don't name that like that. I talk about strength inside. When you understand the question, what exactly I am created every day. For what purpose? Creation is not a control. You cannot govern those you consider equal. And key is what I have observed in a process that is infinity and never comes to end. Because we create here in a long form. We in a body, that's a form. This iPhone, it's a form. You know, I played last month in Albion Online, create the guild in Albion Online, and I saw how people choose, consciously and non-consciously. For what reason? But not real something, but they believe in that. Like in real, they not playing, they living there. But in reality, the same. Everything, it's not real. That's not real, but that's real. Real, not real. For the experience. Subscribe, like, and have a great day.